Hey, what's up, Earth? It's Spaceman Matt, the YouTube host with the Facer podcast, here to talk about the final 2 episodes of Season 2 of the Orville, two-parter story. Part 1 is Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow, and Part 2 is The Road Not Taken, episodes 13 and 14. Better late than never, huh? I've been busy planning that trip to Sidonia, and I also put down a riot from ambassadors we have here, when I found that the Shout Factory website was streaming episodes of the classic Ultraman series, Ultraman Leo, for free, and I tried to force them to watch it, which was a big mistake. Okay, back to the Orville. And tomorrow, and tomorrow, we see Captain Ed Mercer trying to rekindle his relationship with Commander Kelly Grayson, and not getting very far. Meanwhile, Isaac and Lieutenant Lamar are working on their own version of Dr. Aronoff's time machine from Season 1. A gravity wave hits the ship while Kelly Grayson is near the time machine. And through the mysteries of quantum physics, the time machine brings forth Kelly Grayson from Earth from 7 years ago. This is because the present-day Kelly had been thinking about her relationship with Ed at the time before they had even went out on their second date. We learn that although Kelly from 7 years ago was a bit of a party girl, she had definite plans and goals for her life, and she may have been a bit disappointed when she has seen that the present-day Kelly has yet to meet those goals. While there is some romantic tension going on between present-day Ed and past Kelly, Lieutenant Lamar and Isaac devise a plan to return Kelly back to her own time. Dr. Finn comes up with a method to erase past Kelly's memory of what happened on board the Orville. Past Kelly returns to her own time, however, with her memories intact. And when past Ed calls her for a second date, she decides to take a different path in time by choosing not to date Ed. And this takes us to Part 2, The Road Not Taken. Here we learn the serious ramifications of Kelly's decision not to date Ed. Other fans on YouTube, could have been Egotastic Funtime, The Popcast, or Nerdrotic, have pointed out that her decision turned the Orville universe from a Star Trek-like universe to a Star Wars-like universe. We find that because the Orville crew never bonded with Isaac, the evil Kaylon Empire has successfully destroyed the Earth and have begun their campaign to destroy all biological life in the galaxy. We find Ed and Gordon scavenging for a food replicator while in pursuit by the Kaylons. They successfully escape their attackers, only to be caught by Millennium Falcon-like scavenger ship. While they imagine the worst is going to happen to them, it turns out that Kelly Grayson and some of their crewmates from the original timeline are on board the ship. With her memories of the future intact, Kelly tries to see if she can correct the mistake she made by assembling the old crew of the Orville that we are familiar with. Together they devise a scheme to go back in time and erase the memories of the future Orville that Kelly had. And hopefully Kelly will go on that date with Ed and correct the timeline. Kelly had a deficiency of a certain protein in her brain that caused the initial memory wipe for her to fail. They have to travel to a rebel base to get the protein. The base is under the command of their old security officer, Alara Katan, and Yaphet is there as well. They get the protein while the base comes under attack by the Kaylon. The crew have to find the Orville, which lays intact at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean on Earth. There they find Bortus had gone down with the ship and is miraculously still alive. They get the Orville up and flying, but they need to reactivate Isaac's head in order to get the time machine operational to do what it has to do. This version of Isaac, of course, alerts the Kaylons to their whereabouts, and of course they have minutes to send Dr. Finn back in time with the protein and the memory wipe device. As they do this, the strain on the Orville's quantum drive proves to be too much and the Orville explodes. But Dr. Finn successfully goes back to past Earth just as Kelly gets back from her previous trip to the future. We find that the timeline is corrected and all will be well for season 3. After a very low-key start in the first episode, the action really picks up in the second episode. I think a lot of us are jaded with our exposure to movie-quality special effects, and the road not taken was very visually amazing. I think the work that went into this production should receive at least an Emmy. It's interesting that both Season 1 and Season 2 ended with a Kelly Grayson episode. I enjoyed Season 2's episode, though, a lot more. I bet the series finale will end with Ed and Kelly getting married again. I think overall, Season 2 of the Orville has really come into its own and created some really good television drama. I'm also glad to hear that Fox has renewed the Orville for a 3rd season. However, I'm really surprised that there's still a Fox broadcast network after the recent merger with Disney. Fox will continue to compete with ABC, which is also owned by Disney. You would think that the bean counters at Disney would want to limit the playing field and not compete against itself for limited advertising dollars. So I'm really surprised that Fox itself is going to be back this September. But hey, as long as the Orville's back, who cares? Well, that's all I have for now. I hope to see you next time. Also, I want to mention that Spaceman is one word because it's my rank. Same as like airman in the Air Force and seaman in the Navy. I can't tell you more about the organization I work for because it's top secret. But still, I'd like you to like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, thanks. See you next time.
Subscribe to Spaceman Matt's Sci-Fi vlog today. The fate of the world depends on it, I guess.